Well, let me say I was completely captivated. That's the word. Yeah, I was captivated by this episode. It was really, really good. Let's talk about it. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag in all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for season 1, episode 8 of 911. I'm so sad that I think there's only like 2 more episodes left. Definitely needs to come back next season. This has been great. Great. I mean, really, really good. Even when I questioned Ryan Murphy a little bit, it just turned completely around and left me in awe where I was just completely wrong. I'm digging this. That's all I'm digging this. So this whole episode was named properly. That karma is a bitch. And yeah, it was real interesting because I always find that the whole thing about karma and how you live your life, all of that is very interesting to me. So yeah, I got my life off of this episode. So let's just start with the first part. First part, there was a call. And there's several different situations you're going to see me roll through them. But there was a call by a guy who said, I've been shot. So when we get the background story, he was an abusive husband, okay? Physically and mentally. He abused his wife, okay? At some point, she got sick of the shit and she pulled a gun on him. So they live out like on a farm. They live on a couple of acres of land. There's this big old tree there. And he's standing in front of the tree and they've had their little words back and forth. He's accusing her of some bullshit. Just, like she said, I ain't cheating on you with nobody. It's just a reason. You just go pull a reason to beat on me because it's just what you want to do. He's just sick. And you can see all in his eyes. He had a very evil type of spirit about him. Real evil looking, And I said, something's up with him. So at any rate, she pulls a gun on him. He tries to punk her. She shoots at him, misses, and the bullet hits the tree. Remember that. Bullet hits the tree. So shortly thereafter, well, of course, he takes and he grabs the gun off of her, pistol whips her with the gun, and I mean, just terrible. Later on, not very long after that, she ends up hung from the tree. Hung from the tree. And Bobby was there. And our ball beauty was actually there. They were part of the first responders crew. And they thought that there was some foul play. But remember, they do what they do and then they move on. There was some foul play, but he got away with it. Because they noticed on her wrists, it looked like she had been tied up. But anyway, she got hung from the tree and she died, okay? So, with his sick little self, he kept saying about how this tree had sentimental value and all of that. Just sick. And he was playing, the tree had literally died. Like it just had died. You could see it was dead. And this was like a year later. He's actually talking to somebody about getting rid of the tree. And the guy was saying how much it was going to cost and all of this kind of business. It's amazing that the tree hasn't just fallen down because of how it just had died. And I said, oh, Ryan, you get ready to go there to that creepy land. I'm like, and you know what? Funny enough, I'm here for it. So, because it was funny for a tree to just die like that, but it did. I mean, from the roots all the way up. And it didn't fall. It didn't fall. It was standing just as straight. I said, okay. So he told the guy, don't even worry about it because, he's an old asshole. He had tied explosives and whatnot to the tree. He gets out there with a shotgun. And he stands back and he's going to shoot the explosive and knock the tree down himself. instead of paying all the hundreds of dollars for having a tree removed. He shoots the explosives. The explosives go off. The tree still doesn't fall. But what did end up happening is, remember when his wife shot into the tree, trying to shoot him, and the bullet was still in the tree? The force from the explosives didn't knock the tree down, but it combusted and shot the bullet out of the trunk of the tree, and it shot back and shot his ass in his chest and took him out. Karma is a bitch. That bullet had been sitting in there for a year, along with the wife, with her spirit sitting in the tree, waiting to throw it back at him, baby, and took his ass down. I said, oh, this was like in the first 10 minutes of the show. I said, I am so here for this. I was like, okay. So that was the first situation. After that, we seen Athena and her husband. He's all happy and bouncing around and carrying on. And he's talking about integrating the boyfriend into their life. Oh, I'm so happy, that we're doing this and we're making this work, this new type of family dynamic, and the kids are happy and we're happy. And Athena's like, no, you're happy. I'm not happy. And he's like, well, I think it's time for the kids to meet my boyfriend. And I just think we would go out. She was like, no, it's not time for my kids to meet your boyfriend. Ain't nobody feeling all that. Ain't nobody feeling all that. What's next? You gonna try to bring him over for dinner for Thanksgiving? Is he gonna have Christmas gifts under our tree too? I said, girl, well, this is kind of what you asked for. I mean, you asked to have this facade going on. And he's like looking at her like he didn't understand her. And I'm looking at him like, I don't know why you don't understand her. It's all a goddamn mess. Later on, the kids actually told Athena, you're the one with the problem. We ain't feeling this whole lie of an arrangement that we got going on in this house. We like the truth. We had a problem at first with daddy being gay, but we don't have a problem with daddy. We like the truth. We like honesty. We got a problem with you making us fake it like we all having such a good time. So eventually, toward the end of the program, she finally filed for divorce and told him, this is the perfect time to do this because I'm finding as the days go on, I'm starting to hate you. And I don't want to hate you because I do love you. And if I had this to do all over again, I would suffer through all of it all over again. I would still have those kids. I would still marry you. I would suffer through all of it all over again because I love you that hard. But if we stay the way we are, it's not going to stay that way because I'm finding myself starting to hate you. So we need to go on a divorce. You need to get on up out of here. I said, I know that's right. Child, you might as well, like the kids said, honesty. Honesty. Get on up out of here. So that was going on. Okay, so the next little situation with Karma, there's a gym owner. There's a gym owner. We actually see him. He's a real asshole. We see him. He's arguing with she's the front desk person for the gym, arguing back and forth about this dog. He has this little cute little lap dog. He's going to leave her in the car all day while he works. And the secretary chick was telling him, it's like 70. He's like, she's fine. There's like 70 degrees in the car. He said, yes, 70 degrees outside turns into like 100 degrees inside of a closed up car. You're going to kill her. So part of the day had gone by. The dog's in the car. Her conscience got the best of her. She went and got a weight, took it outside, bust his window out, and got the dog out. And I think at this point, the dog had actually started to pant. Because you see, when you seen the dog, like I said, she's a cute little lap dog. And when we see her hair had frizzed out and she was looking like a bad afro baby. I said, So the dog was actually, I believe the dog was dying. And she said, what are you doing? He said, I saved your goddamn dog. That's what I did. He told her, your ass is fired. You come back next week and get your last paycheck. And that's it. You're done. She come in the next week to pick up her paycheck. She's smelling something burning. He said she smelled something burning. She called 911. They get there. here, they had a tanning bed that was, the plug was a little janky. Baby, they go back there. Boyfriend is in the tanning bed where, and he does drugs too. He done went into some type of septic type of shock because the tanning bed was on the fritz, got too hot, the drugs in his system and all that. He couldn't move. Baby, in his skin, he just burnt. I mean, burnt to the point where his skin was just, when they tried to do CPR and all of that on him, his skin was just ripping up. He was all balled up, honey. He burnt from the inside out. Or the outside in, basically. He was burning from both directions. Them drugs was tearing him up, and that heat on that old botched up damn tanning bed had done fried his ass the same way the dog was burning up. I said, karma is a bitch. Moving on. Bobby, well, Chen actually had ran like a blood drive. And Bobby's like saying how he hates needles and all of this kind of carrying on. So they talk Bobby into it. He gives some blood. Later on, gets a phone call from the doctor, and they're saying, Dad, we're down here at the clinic, where you gave the blood and all of this, and we found something in your blood. You need to come in right away. So Bobby immediately goes into his whole thing. He goes and sees the priest, and he shares with the priest. You all remember the whole situation about the fire. 148 people died in the fire. And remember the little black book he keeps. In the book, he keeps count of all the lives he saved. He saved 62 lives. His calculation, this was so crazy to me. His calculation is that once he saved 74 people, then that would be half. And he figured if he could save half the lives that he actually made diminish, that he would be okay with God at that point. He'd go ahead and commit suicide, and he could stop being so lonely and so depressed and so miserable being here on the planet, and he can go off and be with his children. Two things wrong with that. First of all, you don't make deals with God. You pray and you leave it there, and then God will handle it from there. What he chooses to do, but you don't make deals with God. So you're wrong there, boo. You're not running nothing. You're not running anything. You're not in control of anything. So there's no way you can sit up and make a deal with the Lord. It doesn't work. And the other thing is, committing suicide is a huge sin, and that's pretty much across the board. In most religions, most, not all, but most, when you commit suicide, again, you're taking matters into your own hands. You don't decide when to take a life. That's part of the Ten Commandments. Thou shalt not kill anyone or yourself. That is not your choice. That's not something that you are allowed to do. So again, making deals with God, no sir. Killing yourself, no sir. You will go somewhere, but I doubt that you ever see your family like that. That's not going to work. Okay, Bobby, now sit on down, get you a seat in the fuck section, because you want some bull crap. And the priest told me, he said, suicide, baby, that ain't, no God. Anyway, so turns out he gets the workup on the blood. What they found in his blood, he was thinking it was cancer. So that's what he's saying. Well, God is going to go ahead and punish me with cancer, and then I'll go through, whatever, all the, we ain't even going to go there about cancer and what cancer sends you through, but we're not going to go there. But this is what he figured that would be his punishment. And then he'd be able to go ahead on and die. Well, that's not it at all. They found he had something in his blood that is very, very rare, and you would actually be able to save people with your blood. So this was, again, karma is a bitch, especially in the way of that. And it is funny. God has a sense of humor. Okay. turn you around and do the exact opposite to you. He won't even allow you to die. It's making you stay. That's your punishment. He's not even allowing you to die. You're going to stay and you're going to do good things. And you don't have any other choice. You're going to stay. You're going to be faithful. You're going to keep your faith. And you're going to stay. And you're going to save lives. Many more than that 74 lives you were talking about. You're going to save many more than that 148 that you took away. And he actually even got like a week later, got to actually see a baby, a brand new baby that actually lived due to his blood. He met the parents and all of that. So that's a very good thing. And I'm going to jump off for just a second and go up on my soapbox. I'm not going to get too deep, but I have a family member that I have said this a million times, and I know people who are in my family that hear this is going to be up in their arms like they always are when I say my shit. But I have a family member who has basically wanted to leave the planet for quite a long time. He has wanted to leave the planet. And it's so fun. This is so weird, but God just will not let him do it. He just will not let him do it. I mean, this person has literally just defied everything they were supposed to do to try to leave here in a very subtle way. I mean, we're not talking slitting our wrists and things like that, but it's very much of, I'm just going to purposely not do what it is that I know I need to do. And I know eventually I'll be up out of here. And this person has done this time after time after time after time. And every time does not get the ticket to be able to leave. They end up staying here and being stuck on the planet. Now, meanwhile, this person has a very dark spirit. They have a very, very much of a get over spirit. Just really not a good person. Not a good person. Wasn't back in the day and still aren't a good person. And I've said a million times, I've said it to my mother, I've said it out loud several times, that motherfucker can't die because the punishment is to stay the fuck here on the planet. So when I watched this last night, I said, this is so crazy because I see this shit and I see it working. I see it working. And I have another family member who, same thing, is so motherfucking horrible. So horrible. And I say all the time, that motherfucker is going to outlive all of us. Every person in this family. They're going to outlive every person in this family just so they could actually see what it's like to literally be alone. When you dog out everybody who is for you. I believe, God got a sense of humor. You're going to leave your ass here so you can see what it's like to actually be around where there's nobody in your corner, and you're going to see what it looks like. Nobody ever said that hell is actually at the end. Who said? Who said that whole thing about the burning and the this, that thing and the other? Isn't it just like hell to be stuck on the planet? Can you imagine being stuck on the planet when there's no one who gives a shit about you and you're the only one left and you old, as you're getting older every day and doing that bullshit that you do, when you're older and your ass is stuck on the planet without a motherfucker that gives a shit of the fact that you are on the planet? Good luck, bitch. Anyway, but I've said it a million times, and I know family members of mine that see this video. Oh, fuck y'all. I said it, and I said it again. This time I said it in front of a whole bunch of people. Fuck yeah. Anyway, good luck with that, you two, honey. Good luck. Moving on. Okay, so that's that. All right, so the next situation they actually had that had to do with karma, there was this fat bitch rolling through the neighborhood stealing packages off of people's goddamn steps, stealing their parcels. That bitch went to steal a parcel and then going on down to people's, she had a little richer area. She rolled her ass on out and trips and fell down and busted her femur laying in front of the people's house. Can't move, can't do nothing. She's trying to hurry up and get the first responders to, she's like, just take me to the hospital. I need to go to the hospital. I need to go. And then the police pull up and she got busted, and it's Athena. And Athena was like, girl, ain't no rush. You left your car running. Your car's running. I see the packages that's in there from all around the neighborhood. And you've been doing this. And I finally got your ass. I got you. So you might as well lay on here and admit to what the issue is so we can go ahead on and fix your femur and lock you the fuck up. I say, Karma is a bitch. She's still an ass whore. Anyway, moving on. Okay, next situation was a trip to the zoo. Okay, trip to the zoo. There's this guy. He got his 2 little young nephews, and they're there. He's taking and throwing acorns. And you know how the zoos are now. They're very open, and things aren't in cages and things like that. They're in an open environment because they found that it's better for the animals not to cage them. So they try to recreate their actual habitat and all that. So if you've been to the zoo in the last 20 years, you know that there are no cages anymore. Everything is pretty much open. It's open in a safe environment, supposedly, for the people who are viewing, but they're not caging the animals per se. Okay, so he's throwing acorns at a goddamn tiger, trying to get the tiger to pay attention so his nephews can get these shots with the camera. So he hit this one tiger in the ass with acorn. Then he hit the motherfucker in the head with the acorn to make him bare his teeth and all that. I said, oh, you simple son of a bitch. Keep on playing. So here, they leave from that area. They go, and he says he's going to the bathroom. He goes into the bathroom, leaves the kids out there. Next thing you know, you hear all this pandemonium. And he comes out the bathroom. Everybody's running. He's trying to figure out where the hell his nephews are. And everybody done ran. And he's come out that bathroom and turned around and look, baby, that tiger done got out of that area. Because, of course, you do know tigers leap and climb. Got right the fuck on out of there, baby, and got to chasing him. He jumps over the fence and where the flamingos and that are. And, basically calls 911. He gets Abby on the line, and he's thinking that he done really got away from the tiger. He didn't. The tiger had done eased his way on up in another direction. He climbed the fence, too, and went in another direction. Went there and ate his goddamn ass up. When they found him, baby, they were able to put him in sandwich bags. There were only little pieces left. Now, what they found out was that he was a dentist. And he had actually gotten into some trouble because he had this proclivity for hunting exotic animals. And he had hunted he had like a zebra's head in his office and all these, a gazelle, all these things that you are not allowed to kill. And the last one that he had was a lion. It was a full lion's head. Now, you know good and well, you are not allowed to kill lions like that. You're not allowed to do that. And he thought it was the shit. Well, one of the descendants, a tiger, ate your black ass up. And it was a cute tiger, too. Looked like Tony the tiger. It was great how he ate his ass right on up. So, again, karma's a bitch. I laughed pretty good at his dead ass. Okay, so last little piece here. Our bald beauty talks to Athena. Athena, she basically comes clean and tells Athena that she has cheated on her wife and has sex with the ex and all of this. She told her, you need to go home. You need to tell your wife because all this keeping a secret ain't going to do but fuck the relationship up. Go on, come clean so y'all can go ahead and work through the bullshit and be done with it because the relationship's already fucked up. So you need to stop it now because it's going to grow like cancer. She says, okay, she go home and she's basically thinks she going to get her head at the 8 ball like Athena told her to, and she going to come clean. But she didn't even get the chance to even do it. She comes in, baby, they've been served papers. The ex ain't did nothing but set her up. The ex then sued them and is coming for them for seeking custody of the baby due to unfit living on their part. And the proof of the unfit living is the infidelity that she has done sleeping with the ex. So the last we seen that, the wife had told her, fuck you, fuck that bitch. I'm taking the baby and I'm going over to my mother's house and I'm done with your ass. Karma is a bitch. Everybody wants to do a little something slick and getting caught. So this episode was real. I got my life on this. I really did. This was, for me, this was one of the best. I keep saying that every week, don't I? This was the best one. This is the best one. But I'm so mad. There's only, I think, 2 left, and it's going to be over. So, yeah, we need more seasons of this. This is some good shit. Anyway, all right, you guys. I'll catch you next week. Later.